Hello and welcome to the Tarkus Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be looking at this game, Palworld. Now, I have not done many videos on this game because I did not think this game was going to survive up till now. I mean, I did not think this game was going to ever exist. Only because there's a bigger IP out there that's got a very similar content than what you find in this game. And you would think that that big giant IP, we won't say the big P word, would have closed this stuff down, but they didn't. And it looks like it's going to be released tomorrow. Now, tomorrow when it releases, it's a single-player co-op game. If you've got the Xbox, you're only going to be able to play peer-to-peer, console to console, up to 4 players. They're going to be working that out. I guess is a behind-the-scenes thing getting worked out about getting that increased. But for Steam users, if you're buying the game tomorrow, then you'll be able to host a dedicated server up to 32 people. Now, there's hosting sites out there that will host the server for you if that's what you want to do, or if you have a good internet connection and you've got an extra box at home, computer at home that you want to host that server on, you'll be able to do that in your friends or whoever. And you can password protect it. You can invite whoever you want to it, and then you have your own little space to play the game. Now, just talking about the game, just to tell you what it is you fight, farm, and build and work alongside creatures called pals. And it is in this this new multiplayer open world survival and crafting game. So this game kind of fills two kind of things. It's a kind of like a fighting game where you can use your pals to fight and you can ride them as mounts. And then there's a automated building factory farming mechanic that you can do within the game itself. So I'm not sure if the factory part of it or the farming part of it, where you got your pals working for you, is instance based, meaning that no other player can get to that, or that it's just out in the world with everyone else's bases. And that's how they've handled it. I mean, out in the world with everybody else's bases sounds cool. This way you can check out other people's builds and whatnot. But sometimes when it comes to these type of games, is they kind of package what your building aspects may be behind an instance wall. And then that just kind of happens in its own world seed. And then when you go out of your little world seed, you go into the bigger world where then you co-op with other players. I'm not really sure how they're doing it with this game. I mean, other than the fact that I've read some things on Steam, I know that it's the 5th ranking wish list game on Steam, and I think a lot of people just like me did not think the game was going to survive the cut, that there was going to be an actual Palworld. So if you read on the content down here, it is a survival game. You might have to eat your pals to survive. It seems like even the pals themselves, you might need to feed them to keep them alive. So, if you've got a weak stomach and you think, eating your cute little pals are going to be a problem for you, then this game might not be for you. But it is they say it right here in detail. Now, the minimum requirements for this game is Windows 10, 16 gigabytes of RAM, GeForce RTX 1050, 2 gigabytes of RAM. So it seems like most people will be able to play this. I mean, if you're playing with a computer that predates that, then I feel for you. Then obviously they give you the recommended specs. I oversee the recommended specs by a lot. So I'm not going to have a problem running this game. I won't have problems doing videos on this game for you folks if you wanted to see some gameplay on it tomorrow, because that's when I'm going to buy it, is tomorrow. I'm going to get right on it. I'm going to start playing it. Again, it's a single player online co-op. Xbox people, you're going to have to do the peer-to-peer connection until they figure out what they need to figure out with that. So as you can see with the pictures here on the screen, this is the pictures of the factory. So you've got your guys kind of working your factory for you to get things made. And then this picture here is you as a character going out into the world, the generated world, kind of just doing tasks, quests, or whatever it is you need to do. Maybe collecting more pals. You got to get them all. Oh, maybe that's the other game. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. And this has been the Tarkus Zone.